Chapter 65, The Former Legion. Every Legion member is at a weird spot, all split apart from one another, and we are talking about every Legion member. Hailwolf is still protecting her race, and she would have done so during both Torrid's and Mechajor's attacks. Despite this world not getting as many effects and damage as other worlds, Hailwolf has been feeling some guilt despite some reassurance, but Hailwolf wishes she could do more to protect her race. And there can't be any more fighters because it will make this race as targeted as it was during Ozona's rule. Not to mention, while being back with the Numians was a relief, the Legion is a collective that she has been missing the adventure and the room to express herself. Opusnost is also still roaming the galaxy, and he has landed on another planet. This one consists of a posh set of places. Opusnost tries to explore it and have fun, but he ends up not being allowed in a building, being chucked away by guards, feeling left out, and having no one around him. He keeps on traveling, and he still doesn't have the mood to fight but keeps his blades on him just in case. Diane is still flying around the galaxy, trying to find Xyanthor, but to no avail. He does try and reduce threats such as the infamous camos who are trying to hunt the Legion members while also causing trouble elsewhere, and both Diane and the Legion continue to get neglected and disliked. Pod is too still searching for Xyanthor, trying to find clues. And it turns out that the many planets he visits have already had visits from Xyanthor 5 and his goons, making him track down Xyanthor and the others carefully. Some planets try and fight Pod. But Pod fights to defend himself and convince others that not only is he not a threat, but he is also not worth fighting. Nicole remains as a private, either getting dissed by the humans or getting dragged into the mud by Retron, making Nicole's worst time of her life. As the servicemen are also neglectful of her, she has to be sent to do assignments on her own. It's not just the Legion members, many races are in a worse state compared to the aftermath of Torrid's attacks, with less food, fewer numbers, and more destruction. With races trying to get going, getting into conflict with one another for resources, or even some like the camos which want revenge against the Legion for harming their lifestyle wildly. Losing connections with the races they were once friends with because of the conditions of their planets making it impossible, reducing many community possibilities. Finally, Zami is another one who is looking for Xyanthor but is also trying to explore the worlds to try and get his audience. But to no avail, but he keeps at it. And despite being alone, he is keeping out for clues if Xyanthor is still around, and until he knows Xyanthor is making a move, he has thought of getting back to his old allies, after failing to get any new ones. He does eventually return to Nahashtu after bouncing from planet to planet, seeing it all wrecked despite the fans of the planet trying to make the most out of it. Only for a Spikio to try and fight Zami. Zami, who is spooked by the super speed of a Spikio, tries to defuse this fight by trying to produce lightning from his body, a stun-level lightning to discourage this Spikio, who is named Shello, keeps going by speed boosting towards Zami. As a creature that often goes into his shell as he spins, a shell with spikes on, and Spikios are turtle-like creatures but with bigger arms and legs and a small horn on their nose, using their minor traces of Forza for their minor super speed. Zami, however, forms cubes to create barriers to prevent Shello from getting to Zami. To then forms blocks to trip over Shello a few times while carrying on with the lighting, discouraging Shello from fighting Zami. Shello was trying to fight Zami out of frustration. Losing a lot of mates because of the Legion, wanting to bring down the Legion, and watching any of them suffer as they did. As the fight ends, the Spikio tries to say that Xyanthor is still alive, and they are doing nothing. Zami reassures that he is onto it, but the Legion is no longer a collective, unable to achieve anything, raging the Spikio even more. Even the Spikio has been tracking planet attacks, more radio-based, which Diane is unable to pick up. He then tells Zami that Xyanthor has attacked the Sochus planet, time is running out, one element is collected, and hardly any progress is made. And so, while trying to find out where Xyanthor could be going next as well as considering the idea of protecting the elements, and so he goes to Earth, to try and find Nicole and considers bringing back the Legion. On Earth, Nicole is sent to track down a thief, someone who is stealing food from a resource-providing center now that Earth is less homely. Nicole tries to run after the thief and is struggling to keep up. Mainly because of her armor and gear, but a small awesome Atone escape pod is hidden from Earth's radar. So aids Nicole by attacking the thief, getting the food and then making the thief go away. Missions like these get thrown onto her by Retron, who has been rather rough with her, pushing her around. It has been keeping her busy and keeping her as a low-level fighter while Retron is the face of Earth's security despite how post-apocalyptic Earth has become. Zami does find Nicole as she is making her way back to the base in another 4x4 which isn't hers, making her miss her old car. She sees Zami slowly land nearby, around a forest. Even Nicole sees in her collaptor that Zami has ghosted his vehicle, making Zami a digital ghost. Zami and Nicole once left the vehicle staring at each other. It's been the longest it has been away from one another, from any Legion member. And so, both do have a quick catch-up, but they do start planning for what to do next.